Hey guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to review Season 2, Episode 9 of Smash, The Parents. Now before I get to this, I just want to say that the awesome thing about this week is we get 2 episodes of Smash in 1 week, and I am not happy with the way NBC did the promo at the end. I will talk about that. But other than that, I loved this episode. I thought it was perfect, and especially what was perfect definitely was Jeremy Jordan's performance. I mean, he was incredible in this episode. He was really, really good. And also, I think Bernadette Peters stole the show for Bombshell. I think she did fantastic. And this was one of the funniest episodes of the show because of Bernadette Peters. Last week, I didn't really like it. Bombshell was boring and Hitless was okay. But this week, I really enjoyed what they did with it. And let's just get to it. Starting off with the main plot, which was basically a big one. So this episode kind of was from Jimmy's point of view rather than Karen's. Karen's dad is in town basically, and there were 2 plots for Hitlist. The big plot for Hitlist is that there is a big fundraiser coming up, and they have to have a song, but Scott wants to have a song for Anna, because he feels that she should get a song, and the song is not ready yet, but she does the song, and I just want to get into it real quick because I absolutely love the song that Anna sang. Basically, they give her a song to do, and that song she sang was called Reach For Me, and I didn't realize it was an original piece. I just absolutely loved it. I think Krista Rodriguez is doing an amazing job, and the choreography in that scene was amazing in my opinion. I mean, just Anna again was the star, and for me, she's becoming my favorite character of the show. Like, she's really, really good, and Krista Rodriguez is extremely talented. And since we know the show is canceled, if Krista Rodriguez does not get a job, like a decent part in a show after this, something is really, really wrong, because she did amazing in this, and that was just amazing, and it was definitely my favorite song of the episode. I just found it to be so amazing, and I was so happy they gave her a solo, a better solo than If I Were a Boy. If I Were a Boy didn't really suit her voice. This suited her voice perfectly, and I loved it. So just want to get that out of the way. So basically, Karen's dad comes to town, and he sees Jimmy. Well, he doesn't realize it's Jimmy at first. He sees Jimmy exiting through the window, and he assumes that it is Derek. So the first thing he assumes is that his daughter is only doing this show because she loves Derek. And we saw like a very different side of Derek in this episode, and a different side of Jimmy. Neither of them were angry at each other, and kind of just a nicer side, and I really enjoyed that. I was happy we didn't see the side of Derek with, oh, you cannot date Karen, and I'm not going to let you date Karen. That's why I don't like Derek. I mean, he's very controlling, and he doesn't let her do what she wants. He makes her own choices, and I mean, come on, man. If she wants to date Jimmy, let her do it. It's not like she's had any other experiences besides Dev, who I've long forgotten about, by the way. I don't even care that he's gone. He can just stay gone, because I don't even care. But, basically, her father then realizes that it is Jimmy, not Derek, that he saw, and he basically decides that he is going to let his daughter date Jimmy. So now I want to get to the Jimmy stuff. Basically, we found out that Jimmy has been living with a man who previously lived with a roommate who was not so decent to him, and he got in a lot of trouble, and he owes him back all this money. And the person that ended up paying for it was Derek. And I thought this was amazing what Derek did for Jimmy. I thought that was really, really amazing. And the scene with I mean, the reason I think Jeremy Jordan gave such a great performance was that the scene where he basically tells his roommate to basically just go away, I never want to see you again, and then he takes the drugs. He takes pot from his roommate. And we don't know what he's going to do with it. I'm hoping he just throws it away and forgets about it. But there's obviously more to the story we need to know, because we did not get the full story. We do not know how he got that necklace. We do not know everything. So there's still some stuff that we need to know. So obviously there's still story to tell, which I enjoyed. I really enjoyed this Derek helping out Jimmy, because it's much better than what we saw last week, which was Derek treating Jimmy like a child. And I think really his conversation with Tom helped things a lot. You know, he saw Tom in the last episode and really helped things a lot, in my opinion. I really think that really helped things. So, yeah, his list was definitely A+ this week. It was pretty amazing. And also, oh, Karen sang Broadway Here I Come, which I really enjoyed. I personally think that song, Jeremy Jordan's version, was better, but I enjoyed her version. But I do like the original version better. So, Hit List gets a A+ this week. Now, let's go to Bombshell. Bombshell was hysterical this week. It was just absolutely hilarious. From the first scene with Ivy's mother constantly calling her. Basically, she is with Sam, and she keeps getting phone calls from her mother, and she is very upset with her mother because her mother did not go to opening night this year in Liaisons. Now, Sam is kind of jealous, as we can see, of Ivy, and so Tom never told Ivy that her mom is playing, you know, her mom is going to be playing Marilyn's mother. And Ivy, when Ivy finds this out, she is kind of just, that whole scene was hilarious. I loved it. Because Bernard Peters just like, Ivy, darling! And I love that scene because it's like she doesn't even care. And the only thing I'm going to say is this episode was kind of bad on continuity. As I recall in the workshop, things did work out. We had a really nice mother-daughter scene at the very end. And that was the last we saw of her. We did see her in Bombshell, but she wasn't treating her very nicely. So they haven't done the best job with that. I think it's kind of just a thing with her mother kind of just is there for moral support, and it is much more than moral support. Basically, once they start rehearsing, basically, Ivy does not feel upset at all, and she does not feel dramatic. So Tom basically has a conversation with them and tells them to, and so Lee basically starts making jokes about her daughter, about Ivy and what she said, and things with her being fat and her being called as Kurt for the Sound of Music. That was hilarious, in my opinion. And then Ivy basically says that her mother was never supportive of her, and she's very, very upset, as we can see. But then they play the scene really well after that. It ends up working for them, and they do end up playing the scene right. And everyone, and it seems to be going great, and they sing this very touching song that I love, Hang the Moon, which is just a beautiful duet between the two of them. And, I mean, you guys have to listen to it. It's amazing. I believe Bernadette Peters was actually singing live, because this sounded different from the version that is on the Bombshell CD. But you guys remember, I absolutely love that song. It is very touching, and it played out really well. But then it ends on a very sad note. And this was a really nice cliffhanger, in my opinion. Ivy basically finds out that Tom did not tell her, and she is very upset, and she decides that she is not going to be friends with Tom anymore. She's just going to make this a business thing. And she basically says, we're not friends. I'm working for you. You're working for me. So this is going to be very interesting to see how Tom is going to fix it, although we know how he's going to fix it with Liza Minnelli in the next episode. Which, by the way, I can give you a little preview of the next episode if you guys want me to. So I really enjoyed Bombshell this week. It was absolutely hilarious with Bernadette Peters. I don't know why it's so dark. The lighting here is terrible. Bernadette Peters is absolutely hilarious in this episode, and I just really, really enjoyed it for the most part. So now, let's get to the third plot with Julia and Scott. So Julia basically is going to the party, and, you know, for the fundraiser with Karen singing and everything, and she meets up with Scott, and things go well with Scott, and it basically ends with Scott asking her if she wants to help him with the show, help him with the story, and I will get to that. This also intertwines into the Eileen and Richard Francis stuff. Richard Francis, as we know, Eileen wants him to do a story on Bombshell, but he becomes very interested in Hit List that he doesn't want to do Bombshell anymore because it's not Bombshell he's interested in, it's Eileen that he's interested in. So we find that out, but then he sees Bombshell, and he says, and Kyle accidentally lies, saying that the diva is in every scene, is in so many scenes. So now Scott talked to Julia and tried to find a way to get her to fix it. And I'm thinking Julia is going to go over to Hit List because I think, again, as I said, Tom and Julia, I love them as a pair. It just seems like the way the show's been going that Julia is going to go over to Hit List because it just seems that way for me. That's going to go that way. Like, maybe she'll stick with Bombshell till Broadway, and then she'll go over to Hit List after that. I think that's probably what's going to happen. That's going to be the season finale, the series finale, probably, with her going over to Hit List. And, you know, she'll always be there for Tom, but she goes over to Hit List. And I think that's definitely is what's going to happen. So overall, I really, really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was really good, and they did a really great job with it. Now, a sneak peek at next week, they put out 3 of the songs, and the one that I want to showcase the most is the Liza Minnelli and Tom duet. And I can definitely picture how this scene is going to go. Just listen to it.
Today it's Tech, where life's a zoo. What irony!
So I'm not even going to play the song. I'm going to wait till the review. I'm just going to read to you the lyrics, because I believe I know how this is going to go. I know exactly how they're going to do it. And if they do it the way I think they're going to do it, it'll be a really great scene. Okay. So it's going to be called A Love Letter from the Times, and here are the lyrics. First you have, so Tom says, today at Tech, where life's a zoo, what irony, I missed my cue. Your birthday almost came and went, no wonder you were malcontent. Basically, what I think is going to happen is it's probably going to be, we're going to see them in Tech in the next episode. And then it says, I've written, and so tonight, to right the wrong, I've written you a birthday song, but I ain't going to wing it, look who I got to sing it. So probably Ivy's ignoring him, and this is how he's going to fix everything. And either it's going to backfire, or it's going to work out. In my opinion, I think it should end the episode. And those are the only lyrics I'm going to read to you. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the next episode. And now I just want to talk about crap that NBC is doing. What the hell are you doing, NBC? You are making a bad mistake here. Here's what NBC did last night. Do you guys want to see what NBC did last night? Alright. So, you know how they always show a promo for Smash? They did. But look how short, but look what they did. Let me show you guys what they did.
Central, Smash moves to its new night and time with an all-new episode and special guest star Liza Minnelli. A secret desire will be exposed.
You told Jimmy to stay away from me?
New Smash, Saturday, 9, 8 Central.
It was 15 seconds long! And do you guys want to know why it was 15 seconds long? Because this is what aired after it.
Could you fall in love with a rock star? International financier. This entrepreneur.
Yeah, they aired a 1-minute promo for Ready for Love, which was 10 times longer than the Smash promo was. I am beyond upset at this. I'm very happy that they showed that it's going to be on Saturday so people know, and that they didn't say it was next Tuesday. Plus, why did they get rid of the great announcer that they always have? He makes it dramatic and he makes it, he makes you looking forward to the next episode. They got rid of the announcer and they had the announcer for the Ready for Love promo. That really pissed me off because nobody cares. Honestly, you know, for me at least, I know Smash is going. What I'm happy about is that they're leaving. But here's what I think of, you know, Ready for Love. All I have to say about Ready for Love is this.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. They're right. Nobody cares about Ready for Love. I thought they were going to replace it with something actually intelligent. Here's a thought. Why don't you put something successful on at 10 o'clock? But no, we're going to put something stupid like Ready for Love on at 10. How about putting a powerhouse, like, put Hannibal there, put Deception there, put something there. I am going to give this episode applause, though. But just boo to NBC because I'm getting tired of this. It's so stupid. So that's basically my mini rant on NBC, and I hope you enjoyed this review of Smash. Let me know what you guys thought of the new episode. What'd you think of Anna's solo? What'd you think of the Hang the Moon duet? What did you think of Jeremy Jordan's performance? Because I thought it was fantastic. I thought he did really great in this episode. And by the way, my favorite scene was actually the scene in Hit List. This was the best scene in my opinion, when Derek is waiting for Jimmy and he's late and he's basically like, "Oh, Mr. Collins, you showed up so late." And he's like, "When did we start?" And he's like, "We already did." That was my favorite scene. I found it to be very funny and I really enjoyed that scene a lot. So that's it for my review of Season 2, Episode 10 of Smash. And I'll see you guys in Episode 9 of Smash, sorry. And see you Saturday for the surprise party. Bye!